All right, today I'm here with Robin. We're gonna be painting Robin's house.
Yep.
So, Robin, you need some help with colors.
I do.
You do.
I really need help.
Which is not unusual.
Yeah.
So typically I like to do color consults. I like to work with my customers in designing the colors for the house. And I want everybody to drive by, say, it's an amazing color scheme. And I want you to say it's an amazing paint job because you can just see it up close. Most of the customers I deal with don't have no idea, what they want on their house, which is totally fine. And you don't have to be an expert in colors. One thing I do usually ask is, have you seen any houses you like in the neighborhood or around the valley? And if you've seen any, if you take pictures of it or give me an address, I can drive by that house and take a look at it, and I can match it myself. So
I went driving around, and so I saw some great colors, and I like the contrast in some of the homes. But what I did notice is that my home has some stucco accents, and other homes had brick accents, or no accents, or different materials. And so in my mind I was thinking, well, how is that going to work? Would I choose different colors based on the material accents that are on the house? So that was a question I had for you today.
Yeah, and that's a good point. And so one of the things about your house, you do have stucco on it, and one of the great things about stucco is you can paint it. And so it actually does need to be painted. It has a different texture, and we can paint it a different color than the siding, and it can be an accent color, and it will absolutely look amazing. So you got stucco on both sides of the house, and it'll balance out really well. But I like to typically start off by saying, do you want a green house? Do you want a brown house? Do you want a blue house? Do you want a yellow house or a black house? I mean, what, in your mind, what color would be ideal for your house?
So the stucco reminds me of the Southwest colors. So I probably want to stick with that color scheme, more of that Southwest look, even though it's not a Southwest home. But the stucco just reminds me of that, and I kind of like those softer, lighter colors with some contrast.
Right.
So maybe some browns in with the lighter colors.
Okay. So starting off, just knowing that little information will really help us. And so one thing we always have to take into consideration is, we'll go outside here in just a minute, is your roof. Your roof will really limit you in colors. You do have a roof that's kind of bronze, and it has some bronze, some grays and black in it. So it's not gonna limit you. Another thing that will limit you is the house is across the street. The house next to you don't have one on the other side, but you don't want your house to be the same color as the house next door or the house across the street.
I did think about that because I love my next door neighbor's house, and but I thought not appropriate, cannot match it the same.
Right. One thing we always want to know right off the bat, sometimes the customers like the house the color it is now, and do you want to just stick with the same colors, or do you want to change?
I actually like the color it is now, but is there a way to keep the colors but give it a little more contrast or a little more pop?
So it's a good question. Right now, it's really light. It's light colors, which is really good for a small house. If you went the same colors, exactly the same, it's actually going to pop quite a bit because the house is extremely faded, looks very flat. The stucco is flat. Believe it or not, the original colors are probably a shade or two darker than it is now.
I see.
Because it's so faded. The color scheme, is a nice color scheme. But if you wanted to change it, we definitely would want to stick to lighter colors.
Yes.
What we're gonna do, we'll go outside and kind of narrow it down. I like to typically narrow it down to 3 colors that you would work with. And once we narrow down the body of the house, then we begin working with accent colors. A front door, you can have anything you want in a front door. And that's where you can really express yourself and get fun. So no matter what you choose for the body, you could have a lime green front door, you can have a navy blue front door. You can really do something fun with your doors. When you're choosing colors inside, they will look completely different inside than they do outside.
Okay.
So right now we're in not natural light. Outside will be a natural light. Always make sure you look at them outside.
Okay.
So.
Okay. After seeing the green, now I'm thinking I really do like the same color as my house. When you put it up there, I was like, oh, maybe that's not going to work. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I like to do that, show you colors, because especially if you really like the color of your house, what I don't want to do is change your mind.
Okay.
And so, because then what happens is you liked your house before, and now we're going to drastically change it to a new color. And then once it's painted.
Right.
And you might just say, you know what, I wish I really had the color it was previously. Yeah. So if a lot of times people are just like, I really don't like the color of my house, that's when we know we want to change it. And if you like it, then we would want to probably stay similar to what it is now, but just freshen it up with just a little bit darker colors. So. It's interesting because most color schemes I do on houses are 4 to 5 colors. Oh. And people are like, where do you put 4 or 5 colors? But you can see,
we just saw it.
We just saw it. We got a door, window trim, body color, stucco, fascia. So 1, 2, 3, 4, we've already got 5 colors.
Right, I had no idea. I thought we were just going to do a couple.
Right, yeah. So. I get kind of the vibe that you feel pretty comfortable, with that. I would, what I'll do is all the colors we talked about. Bear has color swatches that are the large. We've looked at really small ones. I'll get you the larger color swatches. I'll give you that laid out, and then I'll put a few samples up for you so you can see the samples, and that way you can look at color swatches, look at your samples on the house, and then you can say, yes, I like that, or I really like that green color we started off, and we can do it all over again. So,
so would it be okay to get a couple color swatches? Because I'll present some to the HOA because I need approval. So.
Yeah, so that's very typical. So HOAs around here, almost all subdivisions have an HOA. It's very common. I'll get you multiple color swatches, ones for yourself and ones that you could submit to the HOA. And then you can tell the HOA that you're going to have the colors painted on the house, because some HOAs do require the sample to be painted on the house also. So I'm applying color samples now for the customer to take a look at and approve, and also for the HOA to approve. I'm putting them right here on the siding. You want to choose typically 2 locations to put them on. That way, lighting's going to be different here, then it's going to be different on the back side of the house, because the landscaping colors are different. There's going to be different things reflecting up and showing the colors. Colors in full sun are going to look different in the shade. So it's always a good idea to put multiple samples up. You can change your colors up until the very last minute,
perfect.
or until we buy the paint. So we can actually begin painting your house. If you were unsure of what the door color is, you can decide at the very last minute. So if you were sure that the body, the trim, the accent color, the stucco color was what you wanted, but you would want a little bit more time to choose the door color, we can just begin ordering paint. We can begin painting. Once you sign that, just email or fax that back to the office, and then once we have that signed form, we're going to begin ordering the paint and begin the painting process. So
perfect.
Any questions with that?
No.
Okay.
It's great. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. So we look forward to painting your house.
Yeah, it'll be great.
Yep.